right, coming up next, it's a lightweight bout between the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee, and Khabib Nurmagomedov. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, San Jose, California, a man who I believe is the most dominant force in the game at present, UFC Lightweight Champion Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You know, for Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's a guy that has dominated every person that he's faced inside the octagon. He has a great Sambo background, but it's all the takedowns that he mixes well together that allows him to gain top position, and when he's on top, his ground control is second to none. He can move from position to position seamlessly, and when he's on top, he's constantly doing damage. It's the ground and pound of Khabib Nurmagomedov that is his biggest and best attribute.
And what's crazy to me is to hear you tell stories about him in training that we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what he can do in the octagon.
J.A., I don't believe that we have seen the finished version. I think when he's in the octagon, he's fighting at about 75% of what I see on a daily basis at the gym.
Well, history is going to look back fondly on Khabib Nurmagomedov, but every time he competes, he puts his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time on the line, and that status, of course, on the line yet again here tonight. All right, so here he is, the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee. He has challenged for a piece of the UFC gold. That came in 2017. He's got a lot of championship qualities, DC. Still just a matter of putting it all together.
When you look at Kevin Lee, you think, okay, this is the type of guy that will be a UFC champion. He just not has had the night where it all comes together for him. Because for him, it will have to be perfect. But he can wrestle, he can strike, he can grapple. All the boxes that you need to check to become a champ, Kevin Lee has. He just has to put it all together to accomplish his ultimate goal.
Still looking for total direction after the loss of his head coach, Robert Follis, a few years ago, but Kevin Lee is always a threat, always a factor. We'll see how it goes for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Lightweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 18 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Kevin the Motown phenom Lee.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so here we go with round 1, grappler versus grappler. This was probably the wrong week for me to skip Combat Sambo class, but what are your expectations for this one?
I expect these guys to come together, man. I expect them to come together, and we're going to see some fantastic throws, and not only just fantastic throws, but just jockeying for position. Even though it may not look that these guys...
Oh, the master of the transition. Nice scramble. Takedown defense holds up.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Well, you see him land the jab there. He's got the reach advantage and might as well use it. Good series of punches by him there. He has certainly had no trouble finding the range tonight.
He is finding the target with every...
Oh, nice scramble by him there. Takedown defense on point. He is a master in transition. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
All right, single collar tie now.
Massive knee to the body land.
And they separate. And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it. Oh, he eats a knee. Effective punch there by Lee. Oh, single collar tie here. All right, so he lands another hook there. He's fallen. Oh, and he finally gets the takedown now. So what do they say? Try again.
If at first you don't succeed, you try again. And this guy is the poster boy for that saying, because he shot many takedown attempts, and he finally has secured one. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. Gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Somehow stays in the fight. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Solid strike on the ground. All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's gonna start looking to land big shots from the top.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Push off his head and posture.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend, or the referee's going to stop the fight.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Nurmagomedov gets up. He is back on the feet here. So unofficially, 63 total strikes, and counting, as you see there, have already landed for Kevin Lee.
He lands a big knee to the body.
And both guys really throwing with authority. All right, he gets the takedown here. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Let's see if he can secure top position after working so hard for that takedown.
Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix now, going to go to work from the top. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
All right, this position now, what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom, setting up a sub here. Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
And there it is.
Wow! Wow! What a fight!
Yeah, you've got to admire the focus and the commitment to getting the finish. You could tell he was in hot pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets the desired result. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 52 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so, after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened, man.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight, got the submission victory.